Hey everybody, this is Vince Marshall. This is the On the 12 podcast, episode 2. Today is December... October. I guess I'm jumping ahead. What month is this? October. October the 24th?
5th.
Hold on. 25th. Sunday. I'm joined by my wife, Shauna.
Hey.
You sound very thrilled to be a part of this. That's for sure. This weekend, we were blessed with not having any children. We have a 13-year-old named Peyton. We have a 12-year-old Ethan, 7-year-old Jiraiya, 5-year-old Xander, and 4-year-old Zabri. Zabri being the youngest of all of them.
And the only girl.
Obviously, because she's 4. And the only girl. That's what the point I was trying to get at. So needless to say, we've been very lazy this weekend. We watched 4 horror movies. Was it 4? 3.
4, I believe.
4. Ghost Adventures. We'll watch Walking Dead tonight. But yeah, so I don't think we've gotten out of bed except for to eat and go to the bathroom. And even then we ate in the bed, but we didn't go to the bathroom in the bed.
Is this the entire intro?
Yeah, it's the intro. We're just going right into the podcast.
Oh, I didn't know. I was waiting for you to stop.
Why would I? No, I said we were gonna. I was going to do an opening, but then we were going to just jump right in.
That's not what you said, but all
That's exactly what I said.
Sorry, I wasn't...
You didn't listen to me.
Right. It's because you always make yourself so clear.
Yeah.
Right.
I said I'm going to do an intro and then go right into the podcast. Right. So while you were getting your hair ready for the fact that there's no cameras on, just
Fuck
on...
off. I was pulling it back.
Bullshit. No, you were, oh my god, I need makeup.
Really? Yeah, that was totally me. No, I pulled my hair back. That's all I did. I didn't look at this fucking thing on my head.
So I told you we needed to name it. I'm gonna go with Lester.
the face.
Lester the face molester.
Yeah.
For those of you who can't see, Shauna's got a massive...
For those of you who can see, that's like some super crazy human power.
NASA could probably see that from the space station. But anyway, it's above her right eye. It's got a heartbeat.
It does.
It's taking up real estate. Yeah, it's yeah,
it fucking hurts.
That's what you get for joining the podcast. We're going to talk about your face.
Yay.
It's an adorable face.
Thanks.
Man. I love your face.
Aww.
Except for Lester.
The face molester.
Yeah. We're gonna have that hashtagging. Face molester. And it's going to be just people showing like acne photos. It's going to be great.
Ew.
You brought up something the other day that was interesting and we've been talking about. What couples do prior to being comfortable with one another.
Or don't do.
Or, yeah, dating, when they first start dating, when they first meet, all that stuff, compared to what they do after they've put some years behind them and maybe get married or maybe just live with each other to the point of they want to kill each other.
Yes.
Which we've both been in one of those relationships. Some more so than others. Me. So what was one of those specific things that you were talking about that you're like, really? This is what the podcast is going to be about? Yep.
Okay. So, I find it funny. I've been married once before, and I've been in a couple of relationships prior to that marriage, but. And those relationships weren't short-lived relationships. I had lived with one guy in particular for 3 years, I believe. And then my ex-husband, we were together for 3 years and then were married for 3 years. And then I had dated another guy prior. Anyway, so... my point is that I've been in relationships for a while. It wasn't like short-lived. And I found it funny or interesting that men have no problem farting in front of women. And I shouldn't speak for all women, but me in particular, that was nothing I would ever do. I would always make sure that if I had to fart and I couldn't leave the room or something, it would be quiet. There was a time or two where maybe it squeaked on out. And
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a squeak.
Do everything in my power to like make it seem like that. No, I didn't do it. But I don't know why. I don't know why it was so uncomfortable, especially because the one of the boyfriends I had, he would play covered wagon, or he called it the fart game, where he'd fart in bed and cover
Dutch
my
oven.
face.
I think it's the Dutch oven.
Well, he called it the fart game. Anyway.
The fart game.
The fart game. You'll play one day. And
speaking of fart game.
Oh, yay. Oh, God. Okay. All right, so I'll call it before
Okay,
we get
all right, sorry.
So there's just some comfortableness. That's a word. I guess I felt so comfortable with you, which is fantastic that you allowed me to feel so. Well, maybe not for you, but for me,
I feel very fortunate to be like, you know what? I can just blow ass right here and everything's gonna be okay.
But you're the first guy, other than my brother. Like, well,
that's brother.
Yeah, I didn't ever. I was really embarrassed to flirt in front of somebody. With you, I was like,
yeah,
I could do this all day, every day.
And you do.
But mine aren't like super crazy smelly like yours.
Okay, last night, I don't know what it was. I think it was the protein shake.
Yeah.
Even the dog was like, "Oh my god, I need to get." That's probably why the dogs need to go outside. We have 2 dogs. We have Maya, who's a German Shepherd Husky mix, and Rue is a retarded.
She's not retarded.
She's kind of goofy. She's goofy. Sorry.
She's goofy. Okay, but she's like a fuzzy little black dog that kind of has a bare face. She's so cute. She's a rescue dog, but she's not rescue in the sense. She's definitely chow mix because she's got that black tongue.
Well, we had to Google that too, though.
Right.
She's a rescue who we didn't go to a shelter to get. She actually came to our house.
She adopted us.
And so she rescued us, evidently. We took her in. The kids love her. We're finally trying. I think we got our house broken.
We knock on wood. Where's some wood?
Well, don't hit the computer. The thing the computer's on could be wood. I think it's more plastic. But anyway. So the dogs, that's probably why they want to go outside. Because of my ass.
Yeah. Okay, so, there's a thing with pungent. But have you ever smelled something so bad and there's just an element to it that is, like, sour? That was what was happening last night. I mean, you could see the fucking haze from the stage.
Okay, we do... And there's a fucking train.
No.
Son of a bitch.
We live right by a train.
We just moved recently down the street from our old place. We're about half a block away from a train track.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm not gonna fucking stop recording this. We're gonna go power through. If the train sound fucks with it, if you listen to our last podcast, background noise is pretty much our guarantee with us.
Kind of what happened. Kids or not, there's going to be some sort of noise. So.
Yeah, we kicked the animals out. We have a cat too.
With a bell around his collar.
Yeah, we kicked them out. It's nothing but us. But anyway, we smoke the vaporizers and whatnot. So this whole haze of ass stench that you're talking about.
It had nothing to do with us vaping.
Is fucking bullshit.
That was out of Vincent's asshole.
I haven't farted it all day, I think. And there's smoke in the room because we don't have the fans going because we're recording the podcast.
It was so horrible and pungent. Like, my cat's ears went back. The dog. Oh my! It was awful. And Vince is laughing up a storm, thinking he just had some crazy victory or something. It was so bad. My eyes were. I made him leave.
It's the kind of part that when you let out a good one and you kind of have some pride to it.
Oh my Lord!
This one, it was a prideful thing. But even my eyes were watering.
It was so bad.
I had to leave my own room and it was following me. It was in the doorway. It went down the hall.
To let it linger.
Yeah, it was bad. But anyway, back to your fart game thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Talking about when you first get together with someone. I think we were together 2 months at the time.
Well, we were 3
months?
Mind you. Sorry, I always have to give a little bit of backstory. Vince and I moved in pretty quickly together. So
yes.
And we moved
with
in
my parents.
Yeah, we were living
in their
in the basement of his
with
parents'
at the
house.
time 3 kids. Peyton and Ethan, the 2 older boys, are mine from a previous relationship. Jiraiya is Shauna's from a previous relationship, and Xander and Zabri are both ours together.
Yeah, his, mine, and ours, but they're really just ours.
Yeah. So at the time, we just had 3 kids. All three... No, Peyton and Ethan were living with their mom at the time.
Right.
Yeah. They now live with us. Anyway, we're living at my parents' house. We're together maybe 3 months at the time. We'll say that at least. Anyway.
Regardless.
Shauna farts. We're out in the garage smoking cigarettes. Shauna lets out a fart.
We were smoking cigarettes then, yeah.
That was loud and awesome. Not to be outdone, I returned serve, if you will. It was a tennis match of assholes. It was like dueling assholes on a tennis court. Needless to say, and we're in a garage, so the echo is awesome, is amazing. She goes, I go, she goes again. I'm like, ha! Drop the hammer on her, and I shit my pants.
It was in these mesh shorts.
I had mesh basketball shorts on. I had to hold the bottom of them so they wouldn't leak out more.
Okay, no, so let me paint the picture for you, right? So we're sitting on these lawn chairs in the garage, and his face went from ultimate delight and victory to, what did I do? The look of shock and terror on his face, and he's holding the bottom of his shorts. He's gripping them so tight, and he's just sitting there, and I literally peed my pants. I'm not even kidding. But he's like, what do I do, babe? What do I do? I go, you don't just fucking sit there. I go, you gotta get up. Go change.
So I waddle into the upstairs bathroom of my parents' house. They have a bathroom in the basement downstairs where we were sleeping. I'm in the bathroom upstairs cleaning up, and all I hear is this loud, piercing laughter from the bathroom downstairs, knowing full well that Shauna was just laughing her ass off downstairs.
Well, because of the vent in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's a vent, but still. Dead people heard that laugh. Because you were in tears. I didn't know you peed yourself until right now.
Well, I peed a little. I mean,
it's been like 7 years.
Vince, how many times? There's another thing. I pee, and how many times?
But we also got to say that you are also a type 1 diabetic.
That has nothing to do with my peeing myself.
Well, I'd fucking say that if I pissed myself all the time. I'm sorry, it's my diabetes.
Well,
diabetes. Wilford Brimley says
prior to becoming a type 1 diabetic in 92, I was still peeing my pants if I laughed too hard. So that was just that's just part of me.
That's another thing I want to get like kind of off subject, but I don't care. I want to get into your diabetes talk too. I think that would be informative to some people.
Probably, but not this time.
Not this time, no. You've already talked about pissing yourself. I've talked about shitting myself. We're not going to dive into the diabetes on this one, that's for sure.
We'll probably just banter, or not banter, but we'll probably go back and forth. But how many times, seriously, I mean, think about it, how many times have I peed my pants since I've been with you?
Okay. Peed your pants in one sense, because there's been times where I've tickled you hard enough to where you have peed yourself, and that's been on purpose.
That's true.
So we can't count those.
Remember when we first were living in the basement and we would play board games together?
Yeah.
And I believe there was one night I had to change my pajama pants 3 times, and one time I even had you feel because you didn't believe that I actually.
Yeah, we were having a good time then. Were we smoking weed back then? At that time, is that why you laughed so hard?
We? I don't know about we.
But when we played the board games.
Yeah, I think I.
Well, that would be marijuanically induced urination.
I can't put any blame on anything other than my bladder.
No, I know, but point being, were you so high because that's why you're laughing so hard during those times?
Probably. Maybe. I don't want to say maybe.
Anyway, I do know the one time, like clear as day, when we went camping, and I could have swore I teleported.
We're not doing that, Scott. We're talking about peeing and farting. We're not talking about smoking weed.
No! But this, just hear me out. It ties in. Okay, so we're stoned. We're camping. I go to the fire logs to put more fire in. Physically. Mentally, I'm going to the tent to go do something else.
Oh.
That's someone calling me. I don't want to answer. I'm doing a podcast. Yes, that was the Walking Dead ringtone. Hopefully we don't get sued for playing that.
It's your ringtone.
276. I don't know. Is that a Garden City? Anyway, I could have swore I teleported. And I even stand there at the logs, and I'm like, babe, did I just teleport? I thought I was in a tent, and now I'm back at the fire. Hence, your laughter. hence you peeing your pants because you're like, I gotta go change my jeans. And I'm like, bullshit, let me see. And yeah, huge, the reflection of the fire, huge wet spot. So, yeah, it tied back into you.
Really
that's the only one, really, that I don't remember you talking about peeing yourself at the house. I know you have plenty of times.
It's so awful. I'm 34 years old. I'll be 35 in December, and I still need to wear a pull-up. No.
As bad as our 5-year-old.
I know. It's awful. But, you know, when I actually have to pee and it's not, like, because we're on a road trip or something, I can hold it. I have to do a little leg dance or whatever in the car. But when it comes to me laughing and trying to be able to hold it, I have to, like, close my eyes and envision myself somewhere else to try to...
You have to think about baseball so you don't piss yourself?
Yes.
I've never heard of that before. I mean, I know you've talked about that quite a bit, but I don't know. You've definitely pissed yourself more than I've shit myself.
Really? Have I?
But
okay, tell the story about you and your ex. No, tell the story about you and your ex.
But the thing is, it's a pretty close race. That's the sad part.
Shut up.
Of me shitting myself compared to you peeing yourself?
Yes, but I thought you were going to say something else. But
no.
Okay.
Okay,
do
so
your other shit story.
Living in Arizona, me and my ex, we were living there for 6 months. I want to say it was the day after St. Patrick's Day. This was around 2005. Very hungover. We're walking, because that's all we could do then, is walk. We didn't have a car.
Oh, like now. We don't have a car.
So I'm used to it. We're walking, and I get that in my stomach. I'm like, oh my God, we gotta go. We're walking. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. It's a few blocks to the house. I'll just get to the house as quick as I can. Realize really quickly I'm not gonna make it to the house. There's a Burger King right there, kind of separated in between getting to our apartment. And anyway, I start towards the Burger King, and I don't make it. And all I can describe is the rocks near the sidewalk are whitish, grayish, you know?
Okay.
And brownish. Not yet. Just wait. Just don't jump ahead. And the ball of crap that rolled out from out of the leg of my jean. It was a solid mush. It was like pudding. It rolled down on the bottom of my jeans, landed in the rock formations off to the side, blended in perfectly,
oh my Lord.
Mind you.
You took the opportunity to step back and look at the image.
I turned around to see where it was at, because I made sure to get off the sidewalk. I was courteous.
You were still walking as this happened?
It was a walking shit.
You could walk in... Wow.
I had... No, you don't understand. I had no choice.
I don't understand.
I did not have a choice.
I would have taken a squat. I remember one time I was on mushrooms, and this is when I was with my ex prior to being married, and we'd gotten in a big fight, and I was super mad, and I decided where we had lived, it was by a little river, and you could take a walk by the river, and I went down there, and then I realized I had to poop, but I wasn't about to go back in the house, and because to me that was like admitting like defeat, if you will, and so I just copped a squat. I couldn't just walk and poop.
Did you just say copped a squat? It's popped a squat.
I did say copped a squat. Popped a squat. Why
the fuck?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Cop that shit.
I don't know.
Anyway.
And I took poop right outside. Didn't wipe, which is very uncomfortable, but...
Okay, well, for me, broad daylight in the afternoon.
It was daylight.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Continue. This is your story, not mine.
Yeah, you brought it up. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a choice, and I wasn't about to...
Where was your ex? Where did she...
She was at I want to say the convenience store on the corner. I think it was a Circle K.
You didn't think to go to the bathroom there?
They didn't have an inside bathroom for the public. It was one of those bathrooms. Anyway, I'm walking, I shit, blend it in with the rocks, and I get the squishies in my ass cheeks and my shoes, because it went down into my shoes, of course.
But they said it was mushy solid.
It was mushy, yeah, because it was hungover poop. It was hangover poop. Everyone's got a hangover poop. It's awful.
I have hangover diarrhea when I used to.
And so I get back to the apartment. I'm in the I go into the shower, clothes on, completely. X walks in the door, and apparently the smell.
Not your fart last night.
Probably not the door to the bathroom. The door to the apartment.
Yeah, I don't.
She could. Oh my God! What did you do? And she comes into the bathroom. I'm laughing my ass off. She comes into the bathroom. She sees the shoes. And I'm like, I shit myself walking, and immediately, and she's dying laughing. Had to throw away the jeans. Had to throw away the shoes. Which I really love those shoes. I'd had them since high school. Graduated in 2001, so I've had them for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, threw them away. That was one of my most epic ones.
One of?
To my knowledge, that one and then the one when we first met. Those are the only two that really
Did we make it clear that
me.
you actually didn't shit yourself when you farted? You just thought you had?
When?
During our fart game. Did we make that clear?
No, I shit myself.
Oh, I thought you told me you didn't.
No, I did. It wasn't like monstrosity of shit, but no.
You thought, okay.
No. Yeah, we've always told the story that I actually shit myself. It wasn't nowhere near the amount of the Arizona one, but yeah, it was bad.
I wasn't. No, I don't. Okay, if we've always told that story, I don't know how I wasn't aware of that. But I just think my whole thing was I just think it's. I don't know. I want to know what it is behind, like. Am I just odd, or do a lot of women find it awkward, or is it because for me I wonder if it's like I want to have this, like, I know I find your words, Shauna.
Like, I have no idea what you're saying.
For men, I want a man to still always find me attractive and sexy and appealing, and maybe if he knows that I fart, that goes away. It's like, oh, there's no fantasy anymore. If
there's a guy that has issues with that, I can't be with a woman who farts.
I don't know.
Then he's going to be jerking off the rest of his life.
You're right. No, you're absolutely, I know. And see, I married you, and I love you, and I love that you accept everything about me, which is fantastic.
If you can't understand and roll with the punches on a natural bodily function that all humans have, and that is good. No.
I still can't poop in the same room with you.
Nah, that is...
I have heard...
Not that I'm like, oh, babe, I want to stand in here and talk with you while you drop this. But that I understand.
But I don't even do that with anybody else in the room, really. Like, maybe the kids, if they walk in on me.
Well, the kids fucking constantly... They do it more with you than with me.
Yeah.
They do, except that one time...
Zebra always asks, do you have to go poop or pee?
Then there's sometimes where Xander will walk in and like, hey, oh! I can see Dad's penis. I'm like, then why are you... You knew I was in here, Xander. Go away. Okay. Although, the one time, I think it was at our old house, I had to really pee, and he was already peeing, and I'm like, scoot over! And he didn't understand the concept of two guys could pee in the same toilet. It was like, his mind was blown. He's like, it was the coolest thing ever. Me and Dad peed together.
We had this moment.
We had a bonding moment over urine. Well, remember how excited he was when we said he could pee outside?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, man, did we open...
Luckily for us, there's been no more issues since then.
They won't be able to be shut. Yeah, that door. So...
I don't...
It's a rotating door.
I don't really remember any of my exes really being embarrassed by much. No. But to the point of, I don't think, for one, I was probably under the influence during most of those relationships and didn't really pay attention at all, but to the point of, I don't know. I don't remember them doing it, so I think they were holding it in for the most part, except for Peyton and Ethan's mom. I mean, we were together for 6.5 years, off and on. So
since high school, too.
Yeah, since high school. So obviously there was some comfort with our discomfort of a relationship, that's for sure. So that would probably be the only other one. And that's also because we live together, too. So you and her are the only ones I really have... Yeah, you were the only ones I've ever lived with.
Well, and I think also the way I was brought up. My mom was very anti-burping. She thought it was very rude. And farting was very rude. And so I think that has a lot to do with it, too. I just felt like that's just something you do in the private. And however, I do think it's pretty funny that once I got my mom to start drinking Diet Mountain Dew, which she no longer does, but there was a point in time when I was living with my mom again that we would have little burping contests, which was hilarious. I mean, my mom could roar when she burps, and she thought it was funny and not so gross anymore. And but the farting, I don't know. I don't want my kids doing the whole farting in each other's faces and that kind of
They
crap.
already do.
I know. I don't. But I'm not a guy. Maybe it's a guy's thing. I don't know.
It's definitely
I
a
think
guy's
it's,
thing because the boys do
granted, when I dropped Zabri off at Nana's this Friday, she came up to me, "Mama, pull my finger." I tooted.
I thought that was to your mom. She did that.
She did it to everybody. She went up to everybody. And see, my mom doesn't even like you to say fart. It's a root-a-toot-toot. So she's kind of very old school, if you will. But
I would laugh my ass off if we're somewhere and I hear your mom fart. I really would. I would not, especially knowing the way your mom is, the look of horror that would come across her face, and the delight of my eyes lighting up hearing that.
It reminds me of a story. Okay, when I was a little girl, my brother had a girlfriend, and I won't give any names, but okay, so she was a very sweet girl, and I don't remember what was going on, but we were having cake, so having some sort of a party, or maybe somebody recently had a birthday party and we're eating leftover cake or something. Anyway, she was standing in the living room and she was eating a piece of cake, and my brother went up to her and grabbed her sides to tickle her, or to grab her, or maybe it wasn't my brother, maybe it was another friend. Anyway, somebody went up to her and grabbed her sides, and she totally farted super loud. It was like, and she just turned white and was horrified. So obviously she was holding it in,
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's kind of like that one YouTube video that we saw. Well, there's several of them where people scare somebody in a, like, they're taking a selfie and then someone screams and then they fart or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the one with the grandma where the girl screams, the grandma jumps up, screams, I fucking shit myself.
yeah, I
I shit myself. And of course that totally reminded us of my mom, who I think it's hereditary where I shit my pants from. Oh, my dad does too. But yeah, this was the late 90s. We were visiting family in Illinois, and we went to Six Flags, and another hangover situation for my mom. And we hadn't even been there 10 minutes, and she thought it was a fart, ended up being a shart. She's wearing white shorts in broad daylight, Six Flags, Illinois. Luckily for her, we had just got brand new Chicago Bulls championship shirts from my aunts that were long enough to cover her ass, but the entire trip, or the rides and all that, she had this stain on the back of her shorts. It was awesome.
That's like the thing. As a woman, just don't ever wear white pants, or shorts or whatever. Just don't.
Yeah, because if it's not you shitting yourself, it's probably a period or a horrible mixture of the two.
Yeah, or white. You're gonna drop something on it. White is not my friend. I don't wear white shirts, white pants. No.
Well, every time I wear a white shirt, I always spill coffee on it in the morning.
Right. Or
never fucking fails. Never fails.
It's inevitable, I think.
Always happens.
I think you just gotta. My point in this is women. If any woman will ever listen to this, be comfortable with who you are, what you do, and if you're comfortable with it, find a guy or a girl, whatever you're into, that is as well. And I'm still working on this myself, but you just got to be comfortable with you. And if the person you're with doesn't accept it, then move on. The whole point in life is to enjoy it and have fun, not to be worried about what everybody else thinks.
Oh.
And now, Deep Thoughts by Shauna Marshall. Oh, boy.
What happens if... Well, you're saying be comfortable in who you are.
Yeah.
Just don't shit yourself.
Don't shit yourself. Unless you're comfortable shitting yourself. No, I just mean...
Which apparently I'm pretty fucking comfortable shitting myself.
You're right. Okay.
That's a pretty bad analogy.
I don't know why I was so horrified about farting, but I'm glad I'm in a relationship with you where I don't...
Was there anything else other than farting that you were uncomfortable with doing?
Being naked. I hated being... And that was the first time we were intimately together. You made sure that I didn't hide my stomach, that I wasn't... every time I tried to grab a pillow to cover myself, you wouldn't let me do that, and you accepted me. I've been tormented with my weight all my life, and I've never been comfortable with my body, and you made me realize that you love my body no matter what, and it was pretty amazing. I had exes that have thrown my weight in my face and stuff, and family or whatever. I've just always had weight issues, and that's my biggest insecurity, and you've made me very comfortable, which is great because I've never been this big except for when I was pregnant. So now you're probably like, cover it up, woman. But
no. Well, what I was trying to think of is when we started showering together relatively early too, though.
Yeah.
Did you ever shower with your other guys before together?
My ex-husband, no, we didn't shower often together, but like when we first started dating, he's like, let's go take a shower. And I was like, together? That's weird. Like, cause yeah, even the boyfriend I had that when we lived together for 3 years, we never, maybe I shouldn't say never shower together, but it was very, very seldom. And it's very, very seldom where you and I don't shower together. So.
Well, I think it saves.
For sure.
It saves time. Yeah. It's environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
We got a green thumb in the thing and blah, blah, blah. Plus, I get to see you naked.
Aw. No.
Not that I need an excuse to see you naked.
Well, with the 5 kids.
Well, okay, yes. That is true. Well, that's even like, was it yesterday morning? Because this is Sunday, so we haven't had all the kids since Friday night. Yesterday, you got mad at me for getting clothes on.
I did. That's right, I did.
I'm like, it's probably, 50 degrees here right now?
Yeah.
We're in bumfuck Kansas, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got mad at me for getting clothes on. And then today, what did you do? I'm freezing, I'm trying to turn the fan off. No! Get some fucking clothes on!
Well, I like the fan on, especially because we vape, and then the smoke screen comes about. If Vince isn't farting, then it's vaping.
It wasn't the fucking farts.
I like how I'm making it. It's okay if I fart, but not you.
No, it has not.
But mine don't.
I own up to it. I'm not debating that. I'm saying it was not a cloud. There was no cloud of shit.
Another note I would like to make.
No, there's notes now.
Yes. If you're gonna be letting out some super rank farts, that's the time to leave the room. Don't make somebody suffer.
In my defense. In all guys' defense.
Shut up.
And even women's defense. How are you going to know if it's going to smell?
The first time you do it, so you don't continue to fart in the bedroom and just, oh, there's another. Oh, babe. Oh, babe, here it comes. Oh, that one's worse than the last. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. That you knew. So don't give me that shit. You fucking knew. You knew. Because you'd already let out like 3 or fucking 4. So that's bullshit. Plus, this whole house is vacant right now. No, don't even. Yes, you did. The house is vacant. House is vacant because there's no other children. Go in the effing living room or the bathroom.
I didn't want to get up. It was lazy. It was late. It was late at night. Wow, did you hear my voice crack? It was late at night. I didn't want to get up. You know how I am when I'm...
It was late at night. It was like 7.
Shut up. Anyway, and even then, the trail followed me back in.
You know what? But it was better than what was happening inside this room. That's what love and respect is, Vincent.
But love and respect is also accepting your significant other's faults.
That's like me gonna go down on you. Oh. Don't you have the, you wash yourself, right? I'm not gonna freaking go down on you if your balls reek to high heaven. So fucking go if your butt stinks. Just have some respect and common decency to go in the other room because you know it's going to smell. I'm not going to burp and blow some nasty onion foul hot doggy smell in your face.
I didn't eat hot dogs or onions.
Mine's examples.
Okay. If you're going to throw that at me, then how many times have you farted while having sex with someone, Shauna? Because I can count on my fingers that I have never...
How is that
No. I have never, ever, Chris Jericho, farted while having sex. Can you say the same thing?
Plead the fifth. No, I can't.
She was on top. We just got started. And... And you want to talk about ruining an erection while having sex. Because, come on, we both just immediately started fucking laughing. It took us an hour to get back into the mood after that one. That was epic.
It didn't take us an hour to get back into the mood.
Okay, it's like 20 minutes. But there was some tears and
That's
laughter.
because I was so embarrassed and laughing
I'm
so
sure,
hard.
but...
Especially when the fart being on skin, bare skin.
Yeah, and it'd be one thing if I was on top, missionary style, and we were going at it, and then again, it might have been like a queef or something, but no, this one was
Okay, here's the difference
this
too,
was
though.
not a queef.
No. This wasn't like I was in full control, because you had grabbed my hips at the time to get me to go even more, and I was like, I'm not ready. Like, I knew I could feel the pressure.
My fault?
I'm saying if in the moment, things were getting hot and heavy. We had just started.
You were on top.
I am aware. I'm saying you were grabbing my hips.
Yes.
To
help with the motion.
Yes. And I was like, oh. So
point being, shit happened.
Yes.
Literally and figuratively.
Shit on you.
I know. Oh, thank God. If you would have shit, I would have started a podcast right then. That was what, 2010-ish?
I don't know. No, because 2010 I was pregnant. It was had to been.
Because we didn't have sex when you weren't pregnant.
I don't think it was when I was pregnant.
I don't think so either. But
maybe in the beginning. I don't know.
Either way, 2009, 2010. It was. If you would have shit yourself, we didn't even have a computer then.
I think I would have left. I think it would just be like, we're done.
That would have ended the relationship. After all the things that we've gone through together. I shit on my boyfriend.
Well, during sex, like we're both very vulnerable. It's all trickling down your taint.
Oh! Imagine if I was going down on you though. Oh!
No!
Ooh, dirty!
That's when I would have kicked you away. There's no way. I would have kicked you away. There's no way now going down on me I would allow myself to.
That would have been.
That's horrible thoughts.
That's the way I roll. I don't want them, that's fucking for sure, but could you imagine?
No.
Imagine the heartache and discontent of trying to explain why you broke up with your boyfriend.
I can imagine your stories. Oh my gosh.
Puts a whole new slant on irreconcilable differences.
Waka.
Right. So that's podcast this week.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for your time.
We'll see you guys.